Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Thistledowns here on Saturday. It is June the 23rd, 2018. I'm going to look at all the stakes races on today's program from Thistle, including the Ohio Derby. But before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world. I'm going to look at all the stakes races 5, 7, and 9. So races 5, 7, and the feature ninth race, which is the Ohio Derby. Let's get on to it, starting off with race number 5 from Thistle. The 5th race, it's the 39th running of the George Lewis Memorial. Per $75,000, this race is for 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 7 horses going the distance of ground of 1,800 meters or the distance of ground of 1 mile and 1/8 on the Thistle main track. 1,800 meters or 1 mile and 1/8. I show the diagram, just gives me a second to look down at my notes. My top selection here, I like the 4-horse Leona's Reward. Gonna go 4-2-7-1 in the superfecta. 4-2-7-1 super. Top pick number 4, Leona's Reward. 5-year-old mare by Parents Award. Pablo Morales is on this one. This horse's only start of the year came on the 5th of May here at Thistle. 6 furlongs and just a basic 75,000 overnight stakes for state-bred horses. This horse won that day by a length. Sat about mid-pack early after not the best beginnings, but got the lead and he got there in the end. Nice little comeback race. Wasn't the best race for this horse, but it wasn't the best or it wasn't the worst either. Before that, this horse ran the 2nd of December at Mahoning Valley, mile and a 16th in the BB Brickhurst Stakes. This horse won by 14 lengths. He had a little bit of a heavy weight of 125 pounds in that race, and he sat back early after not the best of beginnings, but then he got the lead and then he just took off. A very nice victory at the end. And then the Ohio Debutante Handicap in Mahoning Valley, mile 16th, November the 4th. This horse won by 4.5 lengths. Sat it back early, but then got the lead and then took off clear. Very nice victory for this horse. Was 90 cents to the dollar, but wasn't the favorite there, which is quite unusual. You don't see that a lot. 90 cents to the dollar horse, that's not a favorite. The other horse was just betting to the ground and he beat him. And then before then, the Ohio Distaff at Belterra, Monmouth, October the 7th. This horse finished 4th by 9.5 lengths, and it just wasn't the best of races. But this horse here at Thistle is 15-6, and ran this race last year and won it very nicely. I just think this horse should really run a big one. 5-2 is not the best price, but I think you're gonna have to take it. So watch out. So to recap my bets for the 5th from Thistle, it's the 39th George Lewis Memorial. I'm going to go with the 4-horse Leona's Reward. I'm going to go 4-2-7-1 in the superfecta. So now let's get on to race number 7 from Thistle. The 7th race, it's the 16th running of the J. William Pedro Memorial Handicap. It's going for a purse $75,000. This race is for fillies, mares, 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 6 horses going the 1,700-meter trip or the distance of ground here of 1 mile and 1/16 on the Thistle main track. Mile 16, 1,700 meters. My top selection in this race, I like the 2-horse School Board Prez. I'm going to go 2-6-1-4 in the superfecta. 2-6-1-4 super. Top pick number 2, School Board Prez. 5-year-old mare by Courageous Cat. Ira Ortiz Jr. comes in to ride this one. This horse's most recent outing came on the 2nd of June here at Thistle. 6 furlongs in the Annie Nora Stakes. I probably said that wrong, but pardon that. June 2nd here at Thistle, 6 furlongs. He finished 4th by 8.5 lengths that day. And, I don't think this horse is a sprinter. I think she's a router. She really wasn't into it that day. It wasn't her day to win. Before that, an optional 40 claimer at the Arlington, mile 16th, May the 4th. This horse finished 2nd by 1.5 lengths and do it a little bit earlier. Had the lead and then lost it right before the wire. She just couldn't keep that momentum going first off the break. And then at Belterra, Monmouth, in the Ohio Distaff. Horse finished 2nd by 5 3/4 lengths. She sat back early, but had a great turn of foot at the end to get 2nd there. And then the Pay the Man Stakes at Thistle, mile 16th, last August 19th. This horse finished 5th by 18 3/4 lengths. Really just never was into it. Wasn't her day to win. She ran this race last year and she finished 2nd, closing up from nowhere. She's a deep closer, and I think with enough pace in this race, this horse can get the victory. 7-2. Watch out for this horse to run a big one. So to recap my bets for the 7th from Thistle, it's the 16th running of the J. William Pedro Memorial Handicap. Gonna go with the 2-horse School Board Prez. I'm gonna go 2-6-1-4 in the superfecta. So now let's get on to race number 9 from Thistle, which is the feature race of the afternoon. The 9th race, it's the 84th running of the Ohio Derby, Grade 3, purse $500,000. This race is for 3-year-olds here. Field of 12 horses going the distance of ground of 1,800 meters or the distance of ground of 1 mile and 1/8 on the Thistle main track, 1,800 meters, a mile and eighth. The Ohio Derby. My top selection here, I would single the 2-horse Flame Away in a multi-race pick 4, pick 5, whatever you decide to play. I'm going to go 2, 5, 3, 10 in the superfecta. 2, 5, 3, 10 super. Top pick number 2, Flame Away. 3-year-old colt here by Scat Daddy. Jose Lascano gets on this one. This horse ran the Kentucky Derby about 7 weeks ago now at Churchill. Monoquarter on the slot, May the 5th. Horse finished 13th by 30.5 lengths. You know, just really never had the run. It wasn't his day to win. The horses were just so much better. Before that, Keeneland, a mile and eighth in the Bluegrass. Horse finished second by 1.5 lengths. From the outside, he was sent to the lead. And then, you know, at the end, he got overtaken by Good Magic, but he ran a decent second place finish there. And then the Tampa Derby at Tampa Bay Downs, mile 16th, March 10th. This horse finished second by length. Didn't have the best of starts or the best of trips that day, but he had a little bit of a turn of foot at the ends. But before that, won the Sam F. Davis very easily from the front end, and won on the turf at Gulfstream on the front end very easily. This horse has the speed if he wants to use it. I expect this horse to be somewhere closer to the front from an inside post draw, and I just think here, training well, this horse should run a big one. 5-2, it's not the best price, but you're going to have to take it. Single in the multi-race. So to recap my bets for the 9th from Thistle, it's the 84th running of the Grade 3 Ohio Derby. Going to go with the 2-horse Flame Away. Going to go 2, 5, 3, 10 in the superfecta. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.